Story 4, Fire and Stone Prometheus, Part 1 of the Fire and Stone movie tie-in science fiction graphic novel series, is Humanity's End Begins. When the Prometheus never returned from its fateful journey to LV-223, the questions surrounding the origins of man went unanswered. Now a new team of explorers seek to uncover the dark mystery that holds not only the fate of the original mission, but possibly their own damnation. I have to admit, I didn't know what to think of this graphic novel. My dad actually wanted to get this, which surprised me because he's never, that I know of, he's never read any comic books or graphic novels or anything like that. But he's like a fan of the Alien franchise and, much like me, liked Prometheus a lot, so he wanted to get this. And after he read it, he gave it to me to read, so I was curious to see what it was like. And I have to admit, I was quite impressed. Yes, it's a short story, but it's a nice kind of like epilogue or afterward story of what happened after the movie. Now, the images were beautifully drawn and written. It's all very well done. The action sequences were very cool as well. The tension was good. The drama was kind of okay, but there's not that much drama. It's more of an action story than anything else. The aliens were well designed. The xenomorphs, as well as other xenomorph creatures. There's actually xenomorph monkeys. There's xenomorph ants. There's different types of things because things are being created. So you're seeing the beginnings of the xenomorphs, basically. The science in the story is kind of more suggested. It's not really full out drawn out, but you can, because they find the black. If you remember Prometheus, they had this black kind of ooze stuff around there. Well, they find more of that, and there's a jungle surrounding the derelict engineering ship. So there's kind of like, I guess you can kind of say that the black goo has become like algae, kind of like the early stages of evolution, and it's just kind of gone haywire. And the engineer, one engineer, is actually still alive, and he's kind of like a god, basically, and he's creating some of these creatures as well as, just watching it. So it's kind of interesting in that fact. You could kind of see it as that, although it's not 100% confirmed, because like I said, it's suggested. I had to think about it for a little bit when they were discovering these things. The blood and gore is there, not heavily, but it's there. And it was kind of interesting seeing just shades of red everywhere, and the surprises that come around at the end of each chapter. It leaves a nice cliffhanger that makes you go, wow. Oh, okay, that's weird. Particularly at the end, because, spoiler alert, but there's a mutiny that goes on at the end. They're like, you know what? Fuck this, we're out. You guys, screw you guys. I'm leaving you all for damnation. I'm leaving you for dead. And it was just like, wow. That is not... I didn't see that coming. Did not see that coming at all. So that was pretty cool. It's, like I said, it's a short story, so there's not really much I can talk about this. However, like I said, it's part 1 of a 4-part Fire and Stone crossover, series connecting Prometheus, Alien vs. Predator, and Predator. So all those franchises are being connected together. Because, the fandom of Alien vs. Predator has gone so big that, they've now, at least in comic book form, not really in movies, they've kind of made a canon, and that's what they're kind of doing this, where they're adding Prometheus to that canon, comic book canon of Alien vs. Predator, and Predator and Alien and all that. So, yeah, it's a pretty good start, and I like to actually get the other graphic novels to see how this story continues, because it leaves off like loose ends, and you want to see how those strains tie up nicely. Although this kind of ends with a nice little, nicely with making you go, is that the message that the people like Ripley and her team hear when they come down to the planet? So I'm not too sure on that, but that's what it kind of seems like to me. So, but we'll have to read further stories to find out. And, excuse me, and also, Prometheus is a quasi-prequel, so it's not necessarily 100% a prequel, but it does kind of lead into that. So yeah. But yeah, other than that, this was a good read. I did enjoy it, and like I said, I do want to read the other Fire and Stone stories of the series. So I'll have to wait to get to that. So yeah, that's the end of this one. I think I'm seeing some some reviews on the back of the book here, and somebody says 5 out of 5 stars. And I have to admit, I kind of want to go with that. I'm kind of a little struggling on what I'd rate this. I mean, because it is pretty enjoyable, but I didn't kind of feel like the drama was there. I didn't feel like, I think it's more for the action people. People like a lot of action, the sci-fi action, the gore and blood and all that. In that respect, I think I would give it 5 stars. But to me, who likes a little bit more drama, I kind of would probably get it 4 stars, maybe 4.5. I don't know, but I'll just say it's an enjoyable read. I did find it fun and exciting. So maybe somewhere between 3 to 4 stars. You know what? God, I don't know. I'll go with 4 stars because everything was great. I just wish there was more drama. So I'll just say 4 stars out of 5. So for me personally, 4 stars out of 5. But if you're like an action sci-fi comic book fan, 5 stars out of 5. So yeah. And yeah, I'm doing a lot more book reviews now, which is pretty good because I've only done mostly TV show and film reviews, so it's kind of good to do more book stuff. I do have a lot more to read, and I hope to do more book reviews as they come by. It just takes me a while to read them all. So yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next review.